Join me here in Southampton today as we go off on a very special trip. I've been invited to join the rest of the On The More Buses crew for the 2023 edition of Buses to the Bill. Here's what we're taking today, a lovely ADL 400. And as you can see behind me, there's a lovely Wilson Dorset bus behind me, an old Island Breezer, and just about to pass me is a Salisbury Reds Flaxton President. I'm Aaron as Jack, and join me as we go on the More Buses. Roll the intro. Once again, welcome to a very special episode of On The More Buses. We're on our we're on our third special of the year so far. And as you know, we're doing Buses to the Bill today. And as you can see here, we're just leaving Southampton with the freight yard and container shipping yard on our left. And behind us we had the Island Breezer and the Wilson Dorset Optair Delta. They followed us for as far as around turn off for the M271, and we sort of lost them after that due to traffic lights and them being slightly older vehicles than our one. We were able to get going a lot quicker, but they did catch up to us eventually. Now today's route will take us from Southampton down through Lyndhurst, Christchurch. As you're about to see here, we went through Boscombe, then to Bournemouth, Seldown in Poole, onwards to Wool, Dorchester, Weymouth, and then finally Portland Bill. But enjoy the route. So we're here at Selden Coach Park. To my left here, we've got the actual coach park itself. It's the first stop along the route today. To my right, we have Poole Bus Depot, and there is a very nice mix of vehicles here today. Obviously, we've come in on our ADL E400. We've got 208, which is another Volvo City bus in yellow bus livery. We've got Route Master, an RT. We've got Nationals, REs, you name it, it's here today. And we will get a few shots of everything that's here at the moment. We're hoping to see something else come into the coach park, but I've got a feeling we'll join the rest of the vehicles on the route. But as I said, there has been a lovely mix of buses here today, and it's only going to get better. Oh yeah, another one's the fact we've got Dennis Dart Pointer from Danbury. Salisbury Reds have bought one of their Flaxton Presidents, number 1997. And we've also got a Gemini from Danbury, which looks like it's in Moore livery, but is actually in Danbury livery. But we might even see some trains at the moment because there's rail replacements between Bournemouth and Poole, as freight line has been going up and down at the moment. But let's go and take a look at the buses, shall we? As you can see here, this is the bus park ready for Poole's depot. You've got two Salisbury Reds ADL 400s, some lovely Optair Solos, an Optair Solo SR, a nice little E200 short body, a load of E200 MMCs, a lovely Eclipse. This one is very special in the fleet because it's the only one to retain its original branding from it was new to Wilson Dorset in 2004. Oh no, 2005 this one was introduced. This one's number 2238, and as you can see just above the cab, if I zoom in quickly, you will see the Wilson Dorset logo above the cab. This is also above the door on the vehicle. You can see another MMC, 2 Eclipse Mark IIs, and as we walk down towards Seldown, you'll see the buses we've got in actual Seldown Coach Park itself. You can see a Plaxton President number 1972 just there as the training vehicle for Moorbus. You can see an E200 MMC currently doing rail replacement with a bus that we should have had coming, but unfortunately wasn't meant to, which was 1813, the X Yellows East Lancs Viking. And as you can see here, we have a lovely bus already heading out. If I remember correctly, this is a London Transport Tiger Cub. Yeah, you can see our bus just there. Here goes the Cub. See Excelsior, Burrows, some more training vehicles, the National, and down there's 208. Now you can see Butler running with his red tie.
I'm so glad you can do that. Yeah.
So we're going to start downstairs on our bus. As you can see here, it's the new interior for the Go South Coast M1, M2 buses. Nice padded seats, unlike the other ones. You look up here, there's even more passenger comfort up here. So you know most people, they'll put their feet up on these seats, but there's actually a very nice feature where these lift up, lock into place with a magnet, and you can put your feet up. Another thing to note on these ones with the chargers, as you see on most modern buses, is instead of just standard USB, there's also USB-C fast charge on these. But the bus is very nice to ride on. I've ridden on these quite a few times since they've come into service. Got one wheelchair / buggy bay and one buggy bay normally. You got a full luggage rack instead of a half luggage rack with a seat. Then as we go upstairs, the passenger comfort is nice. It's nice and airy up here as well, because changing from most buses, as you can see on the one next to us, there's no grab bars up here. Instead you have grab handles on the back of the seats, and it just makes the bus feel so much more roomy. It's very light in here. I must say the new maquette is absolutely brilliant, and the nice lines on the flooring, it's just really nice. Another feature of these new buses is instead of having 5 people on the back seats of the bus, you have 4, giving a bit more room so you don't feel as cramped. And another thing to note, buttons on the back of the seats, obviously they're not working right now because the electrics are turned off. Oh, down there you can see a Dennis Dart going out. You can see Butler and Blakey down there, looking very suspicious. Joking. And you can see some of the other buses that are here. Oh, and there goes an E400 MMC with 1813 on the back of it. After passing Poole bus station, we headed up towards Holes Bay. Then we headed up the Upton bypass through the Baker's Arms roundabout, over down the A35, up towards Wool, Monkey Well. Well, we went past Monkey Well, the Tank Museum, and Wool. And then as we were heading along further up, as you can see here, we were behind the Island Breezer and an RT. The RT took the Crick Road in towards Weymouth, while we headed off down towards Dorchester and into Dorchester Coach Park, which you'll see in very shortly.
We stopped for about half an hour here at Dorchester Coach Park, but as you can see the lineup was starting to get very nice. The rest of the vehicles went on towards Weymouth, but here we have this beautiful bus join us, Bristol VR, and yeah, the lineup was gorgeous. And then after that we headed off, as you can see here, through Poundbury, which is the King's Village, originally commissioned by His Majesty King Charles III back when he was the Prince of Wales. This village is a lovely little village situated just west of Weymouth and Dorchester. It's not really that touristy here. All the buildings are built to this beautiful standard, and it was just so lovely to take a bus through here. You do get a bus service through here, but it's just nicer seeing older vehicles go through here, and then something completely brand new that would never come down here in regular service. As you can see here, we just glide through, and then we move on to the bit that everyone's been waiting for. As you can see here, we are now on the final part of the journey, the make or break, the ride up to Portland Bill from Weymouth. Not all the vehicles came over here, as it is a very steep gradient up the hill. As you see here, we're going across the causeway. Now if there's too high winds, the police will shut this off and the sirens will ring out. But as we were lucky enough, they weren't ringing out. So we followed part of the port route into, which is the first bus open top service that runs during the summer. But as you can see here, we're heading around that little bit, and this is where we diverge from the normal route as we head straight for the hill. Now this is the first major run-in for this bus, as it is brand new to Moorbus. It's only been here about 2-3 weeks, if that. So this was really putting it through its paces. It's already come all the way from Southampton, and before that it had to get there. As you can see here, we are now about to head up the steepest gradient, but she did make it up, as you see here. I'll put a few photos in, but we made it up the hill.
start thing next to us. There was a route master here as well, but that's headed back down the hill. Nothing else really came up today, but it's been a lovely journey coming up. We'll be doing a bit more, going back to Weymouth, have a look at the buses there, and then we'll take a nice leisurely stroll back towards Bournemouth. But let's have a look round, shall we?
To our surprise, just as we were thinking about heading back, the rest of the buses started arriving. As you can see, the National Express coming up just now. It was a nice surprise to see that things were finally making it up the hill, so enjoy these shots of what made it up arriving. So here we are, the top of the hill. Here are a few pictures that I managed to get before we headed back towards Swanage and eventually Poole, going home. I hope you have enjoyed today's episode, but we still have a little bit more to go. But just enjoy these pictures.
Well, it's been another lovely day on the Moor buses today. We've seen some lovely vehicles. We're ready to head home, so we'll see you in the next episode.